welcome to this episode of Pillow Talk. I have with me a very special guest today, Tammy Tay.
Hi.
So Tammy and I have known each other for something like 8 or 9 years now, all the way back from when we used to do blogging. So how do you do it? Like how do you so now you have 2 kids, right? Do you want to do a brief intro of how old?
Okay, so my kids are 3 and 4. And 1 boy, 1 girl. So the girl one's the younger one, and then my boy's the older one. Yeah, and yeah, actually, okay, the thing is, right, I'm free because they go to school. Like everybody asks me, like how you manage your time. I'm like, most of the time my kids are at school.
Yeah.
So they leave the house at around like 8 o'clock, my son and my daughter, and then they'll be in school until 5. So that's like a normal working hour for, so yeah, that's how I actually, so when they go to school, then I start work. And that's why like I have to wake up very early, because like, I have to like make sure I spend some time in the morning with them, and then, they go to school already. And after that, because I don't really start work till maybe 10, 11, that's when my showroom opens. So before that, I have time to go exercise.
Not only that she has the time, she has the discipline. Because
I already have to wake up already, it's like 8 o'clock I have to wake up already. Like that's the latest I can wake up.
Okay.
So I'm already awake already. So if I go back to sleep, it's like not here, not there, you know. So from 8 to around 10, I'll just go work out. And that's also where I do most of my beauty stuff, packing. So I run Fickle Beauty, selling like skincare products. So yeah, in the morning after my workout, I'll go back to the office, and then I'll just pack all the things that I'm supposed to send out to my customers for Fickle Beauty. And then after that, I start on to like my interior design work. So that's how I manage my time.
How about after your kids go to sleep?
Okay, so I'm very, very lucky because I have heard a lot of stories of like my friends who are mummies as well. Like their kids go to bed at like 10, 11.
Yeah.
So the thing is, my kids go to bed at 8 o'clock.
Oh my
like 8
God.
p.m.
Blessing.
So they sleep all the way. So from 8 p.m. to like 7 a.m. They'll be asleep.
Wow, all the way?
All the way. Yeah, I'm really, really lucky.
I think a lot of moms are jealous of you right now. They're wishing their kids could sleep all the way also.
So because they sleep so early, right?
Yeah.
At 8 o'clock. And that's when I get to, go out to meet my friends. So people are like, how do you like go out to have dinner with your friends, or even like go party? So I'm like, yeah, because my kids go to bed at 8, right? So 8 o'clock is when I go out to have dinner, which is like a normal time to have dinner with your friends. And then after that, we'll just go for drinks. Yeah, so long as I wake up by 7, 8 o'clock, then I can go to work.
Yeah. But that sounds like a really busy and super productive day. Like, morning, do Fickle Beauty, then like take care of your kids, send them off to school. Then after that, like get to your day job. After that, come home, be a mom. And after that, like enjoy your life, still have a social life.
So it's really about, in the beginning it was, when people think about it, right, they'll be like, wow, so busy. But to be honest, because when I'm in it, I really don't feel that it's that busy.
Okay.
I guess because I'm already used to it. Or maybe because like this is what I have to do. Like I have to work, I have to earn money, right? And I have to be a mom, right? So it's not like I have a choice.
Yeah, it's not optional.
Yeah, I guess the part where I don't go out to meet my friends, but is quite optional. But because like I'm very grateful for my friends for being there for me like throughout my life. I don't want to just because I need to make money, then I just friends like are not important. Like they are still very important to me. I still want to see them and spend time with them, and yeah, friendship is very, very important to me.
Yeah. So like how do you manage your feelings as like a single mom, like do you feel that it's easier for you to deal with because you grew up in a household where that okay, as a single mom, like you watch your mom cope with it, right? So in a way, you sort of like have a bit of experience with dealing with the expectations.
In a way, I won't say I'm like single-handedly raising my children.
Oh,
because
okay.
I'm still in very good terms with the father of my children.
Oh, that's really nice.
Yeah, like we're still really good friends.
Okay.
He sees the kids every weekend, and I get the kids during the weekdays.
Mm.
So we do communicate. We're still good friends, and we're, I would say, good parents to our children. Like we want the best for our children.
Aww.
Just that we couldn't be together because we just don't get along.
Okay.
Yeah, but I mean, I'd rather a home that's peaceful.
Yeah.
And then we're just like co-parenting and doing what we have to do as parents, rather than like just stay together and then just quarrel every day. That's a very, very bad environment for my kids also. So we'd rather be happy on our own and then just do our part as parents.
That's really nice to hear.
Yeah. So I won't say I'm like like my mom. My mom was really single-handedly like raising me, but for me, the dad is still very much in contact with me, helping out with the house and the kids. So yeah, not really single lah.
Okay, that's really nice to hear.
Yeah.
Because I think like a lot of people are not too sure with like,
correct.
like what your situation is like, and I think a lot of people are like very concerned and also very curious to know like what's going on. Yeah, but that's really like pleasant to hear.
Like I guess it's something that you don't hear very often. Cause
oh yes, definitely.
Yeah, because usually it's like either you're single or you're married.
Yeah.
So for me, I'm like single, but I'm still in good contact. I mean, still good. Like I don't know how to say. It's just like people will be like, "Huh? Then why don't y'all get married?" But the thing is, like, we are good as friends, but we're just not good living together. So we're just in the middle. And to be honest, like, because I guess a lot of people think that I'm doing this single-handedly because of like when I was pregnant and I didn't want to get married, it was all over the news that Tammy's going to raise her child as a single mom. I'm single, single like status.
Yeah.
But not really.
Not a solo parent.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good to know. So, are you still single status?
I would say no. Like I'm dating. Yeah. But to be honest, I don't know where this will go because I still am very like protective over my kids. I won't let my kids meet the person that I date. In a sense that and also I think it'll make the father of my children very uncomfortable. I mean, we are friends, and then we know that we are both dating other people. But I still, to replace him as the father or like the man of the house, I just still don't have that like like the person I'm dating, I still don't feel like that ready for the next step. So people ask me like, do you think you're gonna get married soon, or like where's your relationship going? To be honest, at this point of time, I don't know. Like it's only been a year or so. So yeah, I'll probably wait another like 2 years, and then I'll see if I do intend to ever get married or just like stay single and just date.
Yeah, I see nothing wrong with that. Like, I feel like people are so pushy with the whole, when you're gonna get married? Because I'm about your age, right? And people always asking me also, I'm in a 3-year relationship. When are you gonna get married? Like sometimes you just wanna take it as it is.
Yes, like
see.
you just really don't know what life is gonna throw at you.
Yeah.
Like you really don't know. And things, like I just don't want to have too much expectation from like my relationship. I just want to, just be happy for now. It's great that I don't have to be like all alone and sad, and I don't, so whenever people ask me that, I'm just like, I don't know, man, just give me time. Like, I think I will need about 2 years, then I will know whether he's the one or, if I want to take the next step.
Buddy, if you're reading this, watching this, you have 2 years to get your act together.
Yeah.
So, like, seeing as you are managing your single status but co-parenting mom pretty well, what would you say was like the like biggest hurdle in your recent years, since you know that would have been the peak, I feel. Do you went through like maybe any postpartum depression or anything else that might be motherhood related that is a struggle that you got through or
I
are
would
dealing
say
with?
that I didn't really have postpartum depression. I have suffered from depression since I was like 16 years old. Because I was like I mentioned, I was always alone, and like when you're alone and you don't have like a parent to like scold you or like everything, I just did everything alone. And then like even if I failed my exam or whatsoever, I wouldn't get scolded. Yeah, so everything I was just alone, and I guess that loneliness kinda like made me go into depression, and not having somebody physically there. Like I only had like online friends, yeah. And in real life, back then I was very quiet, so I don't like to like I kept everything to myself, and yeah, I guess that made me go into depression. And from there I was trying to like I even like attempted suicide and all when I was like 16. And yeah, going through depression was really like a lot of ups and downs. Like occasionally I'll feel like life has no meaning, like until up to today I will feel that way. So when you say postpartum, I would say that it's not postpartum, it's actually depression itself. It just doesn't really completely go away. It still comes and goes. Like sometimes I can have like everything going well for me, but I just whenever I'm alone, I'll just have all these bad thoughts. And then people ask me, but why? Like your life is great, like everything is wonderful. But I'm like, I really don't know. Like like you just don't know, because depression is just like that.
Yeah.
Like, you don't really have a reason why you feel like life has no meaning. Yeah, and I still go through that, and yeah lor. But recently it's been better lah, because like I said, I'm in a relationship, so that kind of helps. I'm not alone all the time, so I try not to be alone. Yeah, so if you were to say like during the period of like after giving birth, the periods that I was alone, especially when I was quarreling with the father of my children, that was when it really went downhill. Like my depression and all just came back up, and life just like went down for me, because I just like I was so alone, and then I had the kids, and it was just like, and they were so young, and I was constantly like worrying about like, oh no, why did I do this? Like I questioned myself, and I asked myself, are my kids going to grow up in a like good family? Like how like are they going to be like, because the parents already like that already, like don't get married or, and I constantly worry about like how my kids were going to grow up. But I guess that was all the negative thoughts during postpartum. And after that, I guess over time I learned how to cope with it. I started to be a bit more positive about life, and yeah, then from there things got better lah. I also see like therapies, yeah, then that helps lah. During the period that I was like alone, and then like quarreling with the dad, and just like
yeah, it must be a lot for like a person to handle by themselves.
And like giving up my business, which I really enjoyed doing, and then going into like a new business and like struggling in it, because I'm so new to it. Everything is just so new, and I was always learning. I was always getting scolded by my mom if I didn't do something right, or scolded by the customers, the clients, because like I messed up something. Yeah, that was difficult. And yeah, just everything together, it's just really weird, in life. Like sometimes like one bad thing happens, and then just everything happens at that time. Like weird, right? It's like, I guess it attracts negative energy when you're negative. Like it's kind of true when they say that you shouldn't be too negative, because, or like you should stay positive, because when you're positive, then you attract positive things in your life. So I guess that really is true for me. So the moment I started to see a therapist, have a different outlook of life, started to like just have more hope, and then things got better.
Yeah, I'm really happy to hear that. Yeah. The reason why I asked about it is because like I saw your video about opening up about having depression and everything, and I think it's great that you know you're in a better place now and you learn how to cope. Yeah.
It was not easy, but yeah, I guess those people who are going through depression, it's really good to seek help and just not always be alone. Like, and it was so difficult because to even get out of the house to meet people is so difficult.
Yeah.
But just do that. If you know that you're like suffering from depression, you have to go seek help, because if you're alone, things are just going to get worse. Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like moms have it extra bad because as a solo person without a kid to take care of, you're already like, you feel like you already cannot take care of yourself. You cannot manage your rational thoughts. And you, on top of that, you still have to deal with the guilt of, am I being a good enough mom? Yeah, so I think it's really amazing that you can juggle
Thank
all of
goodness,
that.
really.
So in the future, do you see yourself continuing with interior design, and also are you going to keep posting on social media?
I think I kept my life pretty private ever since I gave birth, because I mean, like, you know, the whole situation, being single and having 2 kids, is really like something people cannot accept lah.
Even people always gossip. And
so I just felt that, like, you know what, I don't need to explain so much. I'm just going to keep that private and just do my best, lead my best life. And then I don't need to show that on social media because it's not where I make my money. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, I have a proper day job, right? So I don't need to feel that pressure of like entertaining people online, or like even creating content anymore. So back then it was really all about like creating content, making sure that I share every part of my life so that like my followers would grow, and then I would just be interesting. But now it's just like, even if I don't grow, it's okay, as long as I know that I'm living like my best life. That's like the most important. So I guess if you ask me if I will continue sharing my life, I guess not really on social media. I will just keep it private. I'll just share like
snippets
and just like more like me. Everything's just on the outside. You know, you don't see what's in my life. You just see like what I want to show you.
Right. I think actually that's a very mature mentality, and some people who don't understand may take it the wrong way. Like, you know, for those people who are too quick to judge, they'll be like, hey, why this mom like never post her kids? Keep posting about herself only.
Everybody keeps thinking that like I don't like, especially when I party, like, this mother just go out and party. But it's really like, I just don't want to share every part of my life.
Right.
I don't even want to share that I'm dating, but then I guess now people know.
Now we know.
I don't want to share all this, and because it's just like, I just don't feel this need to anymore. I guess people will never understand fully, and I just don't want to just keep explaining myself, so I just don't share. I just share, like, maybe if I go party, it's because like I just want to, you know, like share happy moments with my friends. It's not so much I want to show you I'm partying. It's more like I just want to, like, especially because like I don't know how to explain. Sometimes it's not that I want to sometimes if I can, right, I won't even want to show that I'm partying. But it's just that, you know, like my friends, they will just like take snaps with me, and then I just want to, like, you know, share it because like we're all so happy. And then, you know, you still can like look back at this when in your archives. So I guess that's why I do share it. But if I can, I also just wouldn't share it. And I also must admit that having a huge following, right, it does help in my business, especially Fickle Beauty. Because those people who follow me, a lot of them follow me for years, like many years. So they would know who I am, what kind of person I am by now, and they would trust my beauty recommendations. It would help a lot when it comes to, like, you know, ads that I choose to post. And since day one, I told myself that I'm not going to post an ad that I don't believe in, and that is something I have stuck to till today. So I guess a lot of people who have been following me would know that, Tammy won't go post something because of money. It's really because I like it, and of course got money lah. But I do reject a lot of ads. So a lot of them, they do trust me, and that helped my business, my beauty business a lot. So I guess that's why I still have social media there.
Yeah.
But in a sense that I don't really like, I'm not really affected if like I don't see growth. So last time it was all about numbers, likes. Now it's more like, I just stay this way, okay, really. Yeah, I don't need to grow. And all I need is just like this handful of people who trust in my reviews and all. And yeah, I'm good.
That's nice. It's great that there's growth lah. I mean, don't need the validation from social media anymore.
Yeah.
You're just enjoying the best parts of it, and the parts that are like
it took years for people to trust me also.
Yeah, so you want to tell us about your blog last time and how you started with social media?
Okay, so back then I started blogging from, I think I started blogging because I wanted to make blog skins. Do you remember?
I remember.
So I started making blog skins, and then I was like, okay, I'm going to share a bit about my life.
Yeah.
And back then, I think, I'm not sure if you know, but I'm someone who's like very quiet. So I had the blog as like a diary, like an online journal. So I started to, share my life with the people. And then from there, I also was making blog skins at the same time. So I guess more people visited my blog, and then like the visitors just grew.
Yeah.
And I guess people are interested in my life. I don't know why.
People are still interested in your life.
Yeah, but back then, like I just shared like, okay, like today after school we're going to go take nail prints, and then we'll share like the nail prints.
Yeah.
And people just followed my life, and then from there it grew.
Yeah.
So when it grew, because I really like fashion, so I decided to create this T-shirt. Like
oh my god, I remember.
Yeah.
It's coming back to me now.
So I created this T-shirt with those big fonts and like the slogan T-shirts.
Yeah.
So I started from there, and then after that, people really buy.
So you made without the confidence of other
Yeah,
people buy.
I just like wanted to create some slogans, and back then the brand that inspired me was House of Holland.
Yeah.
So it was very expensive, and we were all in secondary school. I think that was when I was 15. So it's like, okay, you know what? I'm going to create like my own slogans using a similar style, and then from there see whether it sells lah, and then it can sell. So from there, it grew, and then I started selling other clothes as well after that trend died.
Yeah. I remember, like I used to follow you a lot because thought you were very trendy. You're always posting your OOTDs, right? Yeah, back when it was not really like a very popular thing to do.
Yes.
Yeah.
Last time the platform to post OOTDs was Lookbook.
Lookbook,
Yeah. So if you wanted to see what other people are wearing, or you wanted to show off what you're wearing, then you're posting on Lookbook.
Yeah.
And then
actually, you made
times have
appearance
changed.
before, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Very, very long ago already.
And after you started doing like the whole T-shirt thing, you also went on to have your own online boutique, which was also named Also Fickle. Yeah. How was that, like owning a retail business at such a young age? How old were you?
I was so I did I was selling clothes from 15.
Wow.
Since 15. So after that, that was on LiveJournal, and after that it grew. So I decided to take it to a proper .com. Then it was not difficult because with the system there, right, everything is just like order, then the payment, then you just send out. So for LiveJournal, you still have to email them. But like with the online store, they just add to cart, and then so it actually was quite easy. And then at first it was just taking stocks that were already on the shelves from at like wholesale markets, and then after that, I started to design my own, and
Is there still like a Also Fickle store now?
It's actually run by another team. I'm not running it anymore.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. I remember like reading about like your like how your sort of like your struggles. You were documenting your struggles with the shop. Or you're thinking whether you still want to keep it, and then like there's a lot of touching stories about your mom helping you with it.
Yeah. So back then, because I got pregnant, then I just like because I was the model for my shop.
Yeah.
And then when you're pregnant, you're just big and you can't fit into all the clothes anymore. And when I'm pregnant, I also can't fly as much. So giving the whole blog shop up was very sad for me because it was something I was doing since like 15. So I gave it up at I think 22 or 23. That was when I got pregnant, I think.
How old are you this year?
27, 28. This year,
92 or are you 92?
91.
Oh, 91. Okay.
That means I'm 28.
I like how you don't know your own age.
Yeah, so I gave it up after doing it for so long.
Yeah.
And it was very sad lah.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah, but for the pregnancy and everything, because the pregnancy was sudden also.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, just give it up. And then of course I still have to find a way to earn money.
Yeah.
Because that was where I was earning money from. So I decided to do a career jump.
Which is?
Which is interior design.
Yeah.
So my mom has always been doing interior design.
Uh-huh.
And so she left my grandfather's company. And then at that time, I was like, you know what, I'm going to do a career switch. I have to find something to do, learn a new skill. Because I dropped out of school at like 16 to do my online store. So I don't really have like a proper education. I don't.
Same. Same.
Yeah. So so it was kind of difficult to actually find something to do. So thank goodness, my mom and my mom was willing to teach me and guide me.
That's nice.
And we decided to do an interior design firm called Imagine. And I think it's been a very, very tough journey, especially not knowing anything at all when it first started. But I guess it's been 2 years or 3 years already, and things are going well. If I can stay in it for 2 or 3 years, I guess.
Yeah. I was really surprised when I saw from social media that you're going into interior design, because it's like such a different career path.
It's so
right?
different.
Yeah, and you don't really like get a lot of people from like the bloggers realize like doing this sort of thing. Maybe they'll be like still doing like clothes or something related. This is like, but it's kind of cool. Like it relates back to your whole artistic nature. Yeah, and her house is so beautiful, guys. Like I wish that we could show you more than just her bed. But I think judging from the bed alone, you guys can tell how amazing it is.
Thank you.
You design your own house.
Yeah, because I grew up in a family where my dad is an architect.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and my mom's an interior designer. So I grew up in very creative. Oops, is that?
Never mind, it's okay. Just somebody coming home. Normal when there's a house.
Okay, so I grew up in a home where like my dad would always be drawing, and then my mom will always be helping him with the designs of like the house he's going to build.
That's so sweet.
So I always like observe. So I had like an interest in it, but because it was such a male-dominated industry, I never thought that I'll actually go into it.
Yeah.
So when I went into it, I actually I guess I had the eye for like furnishing and like what looks good. So that helped, and I guess with that creativity, it actually made people like trust me, because I'm so new, right? So in the beginning, people were like, blogger to interior designer, can meh? But I guess when I proposed my ideas and all, they were like, actually like that's unique, that's nice. And then they trusted me from there. So I guess that growing up in a family where my mom and dad are so creative and always like doing very like funky things to the home, and it was always very different. Like I always went to my friend's house, and then I'll be like, and then like back home, I'm like, oh, okay. So everything I know what's normal, and I know my house isn't normal.
Not normal in a good way.
Yeah, in a good way. Like it's different.
Yeah. it's really nice how things have like sort of like come full circle for you, you know, like you had to give up something that was a big part of your life for so long, but then now like it's something that you were interested in as a kid, and your parents sort of had something to do with it, and now you're doing it with your mom. Yeah, I think it's so sweet you still get to work with your mom.
It's good and bad working with family, like, you know, like,
yeah, oh my god, yes.
because sometimes it's just like, at the end of the day, like, she's my mom, so I have to respect her, but sometimes, you know, there are certain things in the company whereby I want it this way, but then like she wants it that way, and then like she's my mom, but
so you gotta listen.
yeah, I gotta listen, but then again, you know, I really want it.
Yeah.
So it's not easy to, like, you know, argue with her and all. And
Yeah,
then sometimes
I'm
you can get
sure.
into like huge arguments and it'll affect things at home. So yeah, that's the bad thing about working with family lah. But I
Yeah.
guess it's good that we get to spend time together, because growing up she was very busy. So my parents got a divorce, and then like she worked to raise me up as a single mom. And yeah, she was very busy, and I hardly like spend time with her and all. So most of the time I was alone, like I was in the house alone while she was out working. And I would say I actually lived alone, because I hardly saw her because she was working like morning, night, you know. And then yeah, I was just very, very alone, very lonely. And I guess that's also why I enjoyed blogging a lot, because I felt that I had a lot of friends. I was not alone.
Yeah.
Like, you know, replying to comments and everything. Like, it felt that yeah, I had a lot of friends online, so that made me feel less alone. Yeah, so yeah, growing up I was very much alone, and then now I get to be closer to my mom, and that's something that, yeah, I'm very happy lah.
Yeah, I can totally relate to that. Like, I grew up in a single like parent family also. My parents also separated, so exactly the same as you. I felt like I had friends online.
Yeah.
I didn't really have a lot of friends in real life lah. So in a way, it's like an outlet for us to express.
Correct.
Yeah, but it's so cool that, you know, like now you are like juggling so many things at once. I follow your stories, so I look at you working out at like almost every day, and I'm just like, oh my god, this woman can find the energy and the time to be an interior designer. Like, go for, like, you could meet all those contractors and everything. It must be very daunting, right? Because like you said, it's a male-dominated industry. Yeah.
In the beginning, it was very difficult, because everyone was like, what is this girl doing? And I like to put makeup and all, right? So I like to look chill when I go, right? So they'll be like, not serious. Like, they don't take me seriously.
Yeah.
So it was difficult in the beginning lah. They were like,美女, like 你在这边做么? You know, that kind of thing. But I'm like, no, I'm the designer, so they should actually like listen to me and respect me. But they would be like, all like flirty and all.
Oh my god.
But that was the beginning. So being in it for, I think, after the first year, and then they were like, this girl can stay like in this industry for that long.
Yeah.
So I guess, you know, like, cannot bully her, that kind of thing. So
Yeah.
after that, they became very nice to me. So they sometimes, you know, when I meet like those newer subcontractors, and then they'll do the same thing to me, and then actually those older ones will actually like help me. Yeah. So they're like, 这个是我老板 eh. You know, that kind of thing.
That's really nice.
Yeah. So at first it was difficult, but after that, like especially those old uncle, or they become like very like father figure.
Aww.
Yeah. So they really like will take care of me, and then they'll listen to me, and it's good lah. But I guess it took time for them to become like that lah.
Right.
Yeah, so I think I'm very comfortable right now. When it comes to social media, my interior design business, to be honest, it is really, really tough, the interior design business. So if you were to ask me how many years, or will I do this for the rest of my life, I don't know.
Nobody can say that they'll do something for the rest of their life.
It's really, really tough right now, because there's just, it is, I mean, the industry itself, it's like really tough in Singapore, because things are very expensive, and nowadays, youngsters, they just want things cheap.
Yeah.
Like they're not willing to spend, but they have like very, very like high expectations of how they want their house to look like, but then yet they cannot pay. So it makes things very difficult lah, and like, yeah, like you cannot meet your clients' expectations, but not because you don't have the ability to, but because things are very expensive in Singapore, and that makes it very difficult. Sometimes you want to create like this really, really beautiful house, but just the budget's not there. So it makes it very like, not very happy to do it lah, because at the end of the day, I want it to look like, you know, perfect. Yeah, like I want my whole portfolio to be like perfect, you know, but it's just very hard. And yeah, that's why I feel that staying in interior design may not be like what I want for life, because it's just maybe if I do it overseas, like in the US,
or somewhere more chill.
yeah, more
or
chill,
somewhere bigger houses.
yeah, then that will really like let my
creativity flow.
Because right now I just feel very stuck, like no budget, then everything's so expensive, then cannot DIY also become more expensive. Yeah, it's just so difficult. But I do like it, I do enjoy it, I do enjoy designing and all, but it's just stuck lah, you know, because everything very expensive. And then I also don't know how long I'll do it for.
It's funny you should mention US though. I cannot imagine you moving away to the US.
Oh, my stepdad is from the US.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's something I think a lot of people don't know.
Yeah, so my mom remarried, so my stepdad is from the US.
Oh.
And to be honest, right, my mom was like telling me, like, you know, if you are very lonely, you're very sad, you feel like you got no boyfriend, you know, like she don't know lah, you know. So
your mom doesn't know you have a boyfriend.
Now she know
Oh,
already.
okay.
But like when she didn't know, she's like, you know, don't be so sad here. We can always start a life in US.
Oh, so sweet.
Yeah, so she has always given me this hope that if I really don't get married in Singapore, like if I'm single forever, I'll just move there. And then, you know, pursue this interior design career there.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, things are, like my stepdad would tell me like the prices of things there and how things are a lot cheaper than in Singapore.
Right.
And the houses are, a lot bigger.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would, you know, if I do move there, I'll just take my interior design business there. Oh. But in Singapore, if it's Singapore, don't know how long I'll do it for. But yeah, I do have my Fickle Beauty.
Yeah.
So Fickle Beauty is beauty products and like just looking good. Like I'm just so vain, right? So I'm always like on a hunt for good beauty products. So yeah, I guess Fickle Beauty will be something that I can always fall back on if I decide to not continue interior design. So that's why I like to have two businesses.
Yeah.
People ask me like what for, but it's just, you know, backup. Yeah, because
really
I'm
ask you
just
what for?
yeah. They'll be like, huh, so busy already, not enough, man. Like, cause the interior design business is really very, very busy.
Yeah.
So they'll be like, not enough, man. You still do beauty stuff for what? I'm like, I like it firstly, and yeah, because I manage my time well. Like I said, I pack the orders in the morning, right? So it's and it's something I enjoy doing. So yeah, I have something to fall back on, and yeah, I mean, as a mom, right, I think your biggest worry is really not having money.
Yeah.
Like it's because my mom really had to work 2 jobs like to raise me. So yeah, I'm just very fearful of like, you know, not earning money. So yeah, just have backup lah.
It's nice that you have a very worldly view on things. Yeah. And really, really happy to hear that like everything has sort of like settled in for you, and even though like there were struggles, like that you're in a good place now. Yeah, and it's so exciting to hear about the US option. And
Yeah.
maybe like who knows, you know, maybe like years down the road we'll see you and your kids in the US.
I don't know.
Big house. That was super exciting.
Yeah. So like I guess for me it's always like, you know, there's always gonna be something to fall back on. Just have to be positive and just like, you know, look forward. If things don't go very well, there's always another option, there's another way out of it, you know. So yeah,
I think that's a great message that a lot of people need to hear, especially if they're going through similar struggles to what she might have gone through, or just your own thing. Thanks so much for sharing like about these details of your life, like how your stepdad is from the US, and also your co-parenting thing. I think it really helps piece together like the puzzles. So thanks so much, Tammy, for joining us on today's Pillow Talk episode.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah. If you enjoyed this, please give us a like, share, and subscribe. And also you can let us know who you'd like to see in the future episodes. We'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!